Ever sit down to draw and then just stare at the blank page, overthinking every single line before you've even made a single mark? What if it's bad? What if I mess up? Maybe I should watch one more tutorial first, turn on Netflix, open up my phone, have a scroll, see what's happening in the news. Before you know it, 30 minutes have passed and you've created absolutely nothing. Sound familiar? I know exactly how that feels. Let's fix that right now. Look, overthinking is probably the main silent killer of creativity for all people. We tell ourselves we just need more time, more knowledge, more confidence, when in reality, all we need to do is get out of our own way. Perfection, hesitation, fear of failure, these aren't just mental blocks. I would say they are actual habits that we've created and put in place. And today I'm going to give you 3 powerful ways to start creating and to stop overthinking. So solution 1 is the 2-minute rule. If starting feels overwhelming, shrink it. Tell yourself, I'll sketch for just 2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes. Once you start, you'll find that momentum kicks in, because getting started is always the hardest part. You trick your brain into action and suddenly 2 minutes turns into 5, which can turn into 10, which can turn into 20. And this happens for me time and time and time again. Literally, it works every time. You got to do it. Solution number 2 is the bad art challenge. So second, you've got to make bad art on purpose. Seriously, give yourself permission to draw something that you think is awful. Perfectionism and the perfectionist in you hates this. It wants everything to be perfect, every single stroke to be flawless. But when you intentionally make something messy or something that's wrong, you free yourself to create without fear. And creating without fear is probably one of the most important things for artists, because how many of us hold ourselves back from getting started on that project because of some deep fear within us? And that fear can be a number of things. A topic, perhaps, to go in depth in another day. So try this. Set a 5-minute timer and draw the worst version of your idea. Literally, it could be anything. If you're designing a character, for example, and you've been procrastinating on it, you can just go about a page and just sketch from imagination, and without ever having to worry about showing it to anybody, posting it anywhere. It's literally for you to get some bad sketches out of the way. And this can be any topic or subject matter that you're working on. Once the pressure's off, you'll feel so much more relaxed to create something that you think is good, and undoubtedly other people will think is good too. So solution number 3 is the 70% mindset. So stop aiming for 100% every time you sit down to create. Try aiming for 70%. Most of the time, what we think is bad, our bad art, is actually probably good enough. The difference between perfection and progress is usually just that tiny 10 to 30% margin. Of course, if you are an absolute beginner artist, this might not quite apply to you, but still you're probably better than you think you are. And you might still call yourself a beginner artist when you've got years of practice and experience already. So your okay sketch is going to be somebody else's or a number of other people's inspiration. Your not quite perfect painting is still going to be 1,000 times better than that blank, empty canvas that's been sitting there, that you've been staring at for ages, that you haven't taken action on. So why not get it out, get it done, and move on? Now it's your turn. Right after this video, grab your sketchbook and draw something in just 2 minutes. No hesitating, no overthinking, just create. And if this helped, let me know in the comments. What's the number one thing that's holding you back from creating? Let's talk about it. If you want more strategies like this, then I highly recommend you grab my free ebook, Maintain Artistic Flow and Productivity, which is packed with tools to help you keep creative, stay focused, and become a better artist. The link's in the description, of course. Now stop overthinking and go create something.